Thank you, Alethea. We have two more speakers, and before I introduce the next one, I would really like to extend a great thank you to all of you for being here. You are amazing. You rock. I'd also like to, one of the really special things about being a county commissioner in Washtenaw County as I am, is the people I get to serve with. And I would like to recognize the many elected officials who came out here today. I'm gonna ask them to stand and wave really quickly. I'm gonna read their names. So maybe just hold your applause to the end, because it says a lot that so many of them are here today. Jack Eden, who is on the Ann Arbor City Council for Ward 4, Chris Taylor, the mayor of Ann Arbor, Jason Morgan, some of them are back here. I hope they'll stand up and wave. I can't see what they're doing. Jason Morgan, who serves with me on the County Board of Commissioners, Rebecca Warren, our state senator for District 18, Donna Lisinski, who serves in the State House for District 52, Youssef Rabi, State House District 53, Adam Zepke, who also serves in the State House District 55, Susan Basquette, who serves us on the school board, and Felicia Brayback, who serves on the County Board of Commissioners with me. Thank you all to all of them and anyone I missed out there for being here. Zilka Joseph is a poet, educator, and manuscript coach. Her students and those who have the privilege of knowing her, her poetry feel its incredible pulsing power. These are poems of social witness and observation, of heartbreak and love for the broken human world. Her chapbooks, Lands I Live In and What Dread, were nominated for a PEN America and Pushcart Award. This is a big deal, folks. Her book, Sharp Blue Surge of Flame, was a Forward Indie Prize finalist, and it's my privilege to introduce my fellow poet and dear friend, Zilka Joseph.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Thanks for sticking around so long. I'm frozen, so I'm trying to get my lips moving a little bit. It's just amazing to be here. I am so moved, so honored to be part of this, and I thank Michelle Dietrich for inviting me and for the progressives of the University of Michigan to help put this whole thing together. It was very hard to choose poems for this afternoon because there were so many I could think of, and then I thought, what could I do to sort of get you to feel my experience as an immigrant. When I first arrived in America, we lived in Chicago, and I just thought I'd read a poem that was called Introduction to Circles, because you're always on the outside somehow. Even in Ann Arbor, I've been here 10 years, working, reading, teaching, and somehow you still have to keep proving yourself each time. And I just want to say a very special thank you to my husband for supporting me through all of this. Woo! John! John, can you wave? He drives me everywhere to my readings when I need to go, so thank you. All right. This poem is called Introduction to Circles. Perhaps I was confused by the arched glass of the Sears Tower, the silver L winding its loop, its roar echoing in the canyons of buildings, the whine of the saxophone scraping saxes, rotating doors, and the low growls from the bearded man, his legless body in fatigues, selling flanks by American Girl Place. Maybe I was dizzy because while looking for the bus stop for the 145, I wandered into a circle of people screaming, "Don't buy fur, don't kill the animals," just outside Marshall Fields on Michigan Avenue. So when Martha asked me to join her book club, a group of 40-ish women with high-profile careers, all big business school alumna, I was overwhelmed by her kindness, thinking I would make friends, treat myself to intellectual discussion. They had chosen Arundhati Ray's Booker Prize winner, The God of Small Things, so I could tell them about India. It was strange hearing the names of these characters from their mouths. How come, they asked me, you speak such good English? Then asked me about arranged marriage. Told me later, of course, I knew, didn't I, that they were all divorced? And now dating furiously and finding only frogs? No princes, even in Europe where they traveled for business. Maria told me she had immersed herself in the Japanese language and culture because her ex was Japanese and being Catholic refused to give her a divorce. Nancy said she married a man from Norway, but living there depressed her, so they moved here, and he looked for a job, but he wasn't happy. He killed himself while she was at work. Her friends told me where she found him when she came home. As I listen, I feel the pinpricks of curious eyes, an unspoken rush of questions they're too polite to ask, but finally do, about oppression of women, about my being a professional but barred from working for 5 years, and the fact that I'm still married. I find it hard to answer, eat, and while eating, talk about the caste system, the status of women, or the lack of it, terrified of dropping crumbs or spilling my wine, all the while explaining behavioral patterns and traditions of life forms on my planet. They ask me to pick a book for next time. I choose Song of Solomon. They have barely heard of it. 2 of them say they've seen Toni Morrison on the Oprah show and then ask, you do see Oprah there? This is how an ambassador might feel. At least diplomats are groomed on what to say and how. While I fumble now, my voice like smoke rings telescoping through each other in this soft-lit living room. I notice only a vase of purple irises in my hand, a fluted paper plate of purple irises with more big yellow eyes, where the spirals of pinwheel sandwiches filled with cream cheese and sun-dried tomato paste seem to turn faster and faster, like the Ferris wheel at Navy Pier. It's light, like a broken necklace, spilling pearls onto the nighttime mirror of Lake Michigan. Thank you. And my second poem for you is to stand in solidarity with all the women, with the Time's Up movement, and with sympathy for all women around the world who have to fight to stay safe. This poem is called What Burns, and it was dedicated to Jyoti Singh, raped on a bus in New Delhi and who died of fatal injuries. The gang of men who did this horrible crime run free, and the lawyers and the men themselves are still determined to carry on harming women. What burns? Only 20% of girls are good. Hood them and tame them, or it's you they'll burn. What do you want? To be God, man, or beast? Your karma, your goddesses, your crosses burn. You say, smother them small in wombs or home, no food, books, dowry, and no bra to burn. Will mercy reign on the holy who pray, who say none but devils and rebels burn? Who will remember as we turn to ash? Poet, words are witness. Make darkness burn. Make darkness burn. Thank you.